Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking from the Dungeon Meister Cookbook, making diamond soul food, also known as loaded breakfast biscuits. The ingredients I'll be using are 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 pound of ground sausage, use your favorite kind here, 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. You'll need 4 tablespoons of butter that I've gone ahead and divided into 2, 4 lightly beaten eggs, 1 cup of freshly shredded sharp cheddar cheese, and 2/3 cup of milk. These are all the ingredients, so let's go ahead and get started by adding in the baking powder and the salt right into the flour. And I do need to go ahead and mix those until they are well combined. Now that I have these combined, I'll go ahead and move over to the stove and we'll start browning up the sausage. Here at the stove, I've gone ahead and heated up my skillet and removed my sausage from the casing. Now that it's starting to brown up, I'll continue breaking it down into little bite-sized crumbles, and I'll continue doing this until it's cooked all the way through. Now that I have the sausage cooked all the way through, I'll go ahead and remove it from the heat and get it drained of any of the residual grease on the bottom, and then put it into another bowl and allow it to start cooling down to room temperature. In the same pan that I cooked the sausage in, I've melted down 2 tablespoons of the butter. I have this over a low heat for right now. I like to start my eggs out on a low. I'm going to dump in my 4 eggs. Now that I have my eggs in, I just want to gently scramble these. I'm looking for a nice soft scramble on them, so I'll keep moving them around the pan, and I will gradually increase my heat as I do this. I don't want it very high, but I do like to start my eggs out on a low heat and kind of let that heat build up on them. These are going to go really quick, just a minute or so. As soon as you see all your eggs have formed and there's very little wet left on the top, I like to give them one final flip, run it through with my spatula, and those are done. I'll go ahead and remove those from the heat and start allowing these to cool down to room temperature. Now that the sausage has cooled down a little bit, I'll go ahead and add it into my flour, and this will get gently tossed around. Now that I have the sausage combined in, I'll add in my eggs and combine these in as well. Next to go in is going to be the 1 cup of cheese and also the 2/3 cup of milk. After you have everything combined and you don't see any more dry flour in there, it should look roughly like this. It does look very crumbly, but if I go in and form it, it will hold its shape together. So I think this is going to be fine. I am going to use a ice cream or a cookie scoop to form my biscuits, and I'm looking for 12 biscuits out of this. Now that I have all 12 of my biscuits formed, I'm going to go ahead and put these into a 350-degree oven where they're going to bake for about 12 to 15 minutes or until they're cooked all the way through in a nice light golden brown on the top. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and melt down the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter, and that'll get brushed over the tops as soon as they come out of the oven. The loaded breakfast biscuits are out of the oven, and I've gone ahead and brushed the tops with that melted butter. I gotta say, they look amazing and smell amazing. I did misspeak though. The temperature should have been 425 for the oven, not 350. But with all that, let's go ahead and dive in. You do want to enjoy these while they're nice and hot. Go ahead and break that open. Oh wow, got a little bit of a cheese pull in there. I like that. These turned out absolutely fabulous. I definitely get a breakfast vibe from them, especially when I bite into a piece of the egg. It turned out really well. I like the structure of the inside of it. It's got a nice little crumb to it, and nothing is too big or too small. It all has evenly balanced out throughout the whole biscuit. Definitely will be making this again, though I think I'm going to make up a batch of some sawmill gravy to go with it. I highly recommend these if you want to give them a try. They are a very unique biscuit. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If y'all have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you try this recipe out, Let me know how it turns out for you. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I'm the Valkyr. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.